Molweni kuni nonke igama lami uthando lwethu abanye benu bandazi ngoCoffee Mac utata wesizwe, and welcome to yet another installment of the Lyric Breakdown. Welcome to another episode of the Lyric Breakdown, where I break down some of your favorite songs from your favorite artists. And this was another request, as I had promised on our previous episode of Touchline's Lyric Breakdown, that this week we will be doing Loatinover Pounds' Flower Seedz from his EP. Yeah, I would say EP. Is it an EP? Yeah, I would say it's an EP, right? From his EP, Hood Misunderstood, which was released on the 24th of June, 2022, and it was celebrating its 3rd year anniversary on the 24th of June 2025. Yes, it also features hit songs such as SoshPlata. The remix, I believe, was made after the song started popping. Then yeah, but on today's episode we'll be talking about Flower Seedz. So Flower Seedz starts off, okay, so Flower Seedz, let's go into the track placement, right? Track placement in the EP, right? So Flower Seedz comes right after aspirational songs. Those aspirational songs being Run X as well as SoshPlata. So on Run X, he's talking about how he's waiting for his things to come together. Run X, right? If I'm quoting those correctly, but if I'm not, I'm sorry, right? Where he says, dinamele Run X, yes, dinamele Run X. He also speaks about waiting for his things already better bele, right? Which I believe in Pitori, or rather in the colloquial language from Pretoria, that means that you're waiting for success, or you're waiting for your things to go right and to go accordingly, right? So on SoshPlata, it does say that when he buys a Bugatti, he's gonna put SoshPlata number plate. A number plate, right? So we can see what, okay, so right now in the EP, the energy is that of someone who is still hustling and still trying to get his ducks in a row, right? Still trying to figure life out, what he wants to do. He loves music, so he's trying to also make it in this music business, right? So yeah, so Flower Seedz comes right after those aspirational songs. Like Loatinover Pounds tells us how he's hustling and he wants to get his things together, he wants to make money, he wants to be a baller, he wants to be rich, right? Yeah. So Flower Seedz starts off by saying,
she wanted flowers, yeah, but I only had seeds in my garden. Hey, she wanted flowers, yeah, but I only had seeds.
She wanted flowers, but I only had seeds in my garden, right? So with, do I have to melodize? Okay. Right, so yeah, as I also had said here, that things are starting to look up, but they're not there yet, right? Things are starting to look up, but they're not there yet, because he even said in Run X that people now want to take pictures with him, right? And then it started to make him wonder, is he really as big as he claims to be, or like he's not sure about, yeah. So people want to take pictures. Am I really? It had me asking myself, am I really that big? But that was before, like, Pray for Pitori days, and in Hood Misunderstood, he was still bubbling. He was still coming up. So when some people started noticing him, he was like, oh, okay, so I guess you understand. Yeah. So Flower Seedz starts off by saying she wanted flowers, but I only had seeds in my garden, right? So on the surface, she wanted flowers, okay? She wanted physical flowers, right? But Loatinover only had seeds in his garden, right? So now we start to see, okay, aspirational songs. I referred to the aspirational songs before we got to this part so that we can make it a lot more clearer why Flower Seedz is like a cool song, right? Like the sequencing of those 3 songs was, yeah, well, so Loatinover is referring to the fact that some girls, or like your romantic partners, maybe they love flowers, they want flowers, they want you to gift them with things, they want you to, in a physical sense, in a physical or literal sense rather, yeah, but they want you to give them things and all of those things. But Loatinover is also showing us that he doesn't have that capacity yet.
So we don't have the capacity.
He's not there yet, you understand? But also in a metaphorical sense, Ugel is looking for, maybe I'd say, someone who's established, right? But Loatinover only has flower seeds in his garden. So he has planted things. When they say, like, if you have an idea and then you put work into that idea, you've planted a seed in your mind, and then you start working on that idea, and then you hope that one day it's gonna bear fruits that you're gonna be able to rip the benefits of, right? So Loatinover here is straight up telling us that she wanted flowers, but I only had seeds in my garden. So I'm still coming up, I'm still making a plan, I'm still making plans to make sure that I water these seeds, I grow these seeds, so that these seeds become flowers that both you and I can enjoy the smell of, right? If I'm up, then you're up. But now Ugel is impatient, right? She wants those flowers now, right? So
never give me. You never give me.
yeah. So he says that 3 times, that she wanted flowers, but I only had seeds in my garden, right? So now going into the tone also of the song, when you go into the tone of the song, like Loatinover's harmonizing and just melodizing, right? But when he gets into his verse, he's not rapping, like he's not rapidly rap, like coming with the flows, coming with the bars. He's telling it as it is, right? So he says,
I ain't got silver, I ain't got gold. All that I got is this love that I showed, but I guess that's not enough for you. I ain't got silver, I ain't got gold. All that I got is...
I ain't got silver, I ain't got gold. All I got is this love that I showed, right? But I guess that's not enough for you. You understand? So clearly here is showing which mali. I don't have money. The only thing that I have is this love that I have to offer, and me and myself, right? Like, I'm giving you what I have right now. I don't have all of those things that you want or that you are looking for, right? But I guess that's not enough for you. So even though he feels like he's giving his all, he can still see that Ugel is not necessarily appreciative of whatever it is that he is doing for her, or whatever it is that he's doing to try and make her happy, right? Yeah. So also, as I was speaking about the tone, excuse guys, I feel like I'm all over the place, but as I was saying with the tone, that Loatinover doesn't sound like he's rapping here. He doesn't sound like he's being all lyrical miracle and stuff, right? And I also think that is because with this song, he wanted to be as vulnerable as he could possibly be, right? And he wanted whoever that he was sending this message to get it straight up that, okay, this is what I'm saying to you, right? And he stripped everything off, because the only thing that's there is just him and the instrumental, and his voice is like, it sounds like it's in front, yeah, bro. So it's vulnerable in a sense. It's like, I don't have gold, I don't have silver. And also he's being literal about it. He's not being metaphorical. He's not using, paradoxes or, innuendos and all of those things. Yeah, but he's straight up with it. So now we can see with, okay, he's being vulnerable here. You understand? Yeah. And then he says,
sometimes I miss what we almost had. Sometimes I wish you never left. Sometimes I wish I could delete the memories that we shared. You feel me? Sometimes I wish I never met you. Sometimes I feel like I wasted my time on you. Sometimes I wish I could tell you that I miss you, but most of the time I'm like, fuck you.
Sometimes I miss what we almost had, right? Sometimes I wish you never left. Sometimes I wish I could delete those memories that we shared. You understand? So sometimes I miss what we almost had, Like, how can you miss something you don't have? But because Loatinover had planted seeds, even with this relationship that he was in, you can also say that it's a seed, because he had seen this lady that he was with to be someone that he could possibly go into the future with, and that they both, you know, like start eating their money, start being good together. You understand? Because she was there when he was down, right? So sometimes I miss what we almost had. Like, they were good for each other even in the present moment, but also he probably envisioned having a family with her, right? But that was not in her visions. You understand? Sometimes I wish you never left. Sometimes I wish I could delete those memories that we shared. We can clearly see that from what Loatinover Pounds is saying here, he is heartbroken. Like, this is someone who's heartbroken. He wishes the girl never left. Sometimes, not all the time. You know, like when it's you know, when you're in I would say the bargaining stage. Yeah. I would say the bargaining stage. I say the bargaining stage where you're like, I want you back, I don't want you back, I want you back, I don't want you back. There's also this guy, it's different on track 365, who was talking about Erica Badu's My Eyes Are Green. So there's a part in the song where she's like, take me back, but again she's like, why am I doing this to myself? Like, it's like I don't love myself enough. So it's like Loatinover is stuck between that. Sometimes the ego is like, nah bruh, I don't need her. But then there's also that part of you that's like, ish, Maranya Mkumbula, as like, I miss you, and I need you to come back. You understand? You understand? So yeah. And then I think he says, you feel me, right? Like, so it's like he's asking for her to respond, but he knows that she's not gonna respond because she's not in his life anymore. Like, you feel me? Either I believe he could be asking me, or me as the audience would like, do you feel what I'm saying? Or he could literally be saying it to the person that he wanted to get this message to, right? And the instrumental is fire, bro. Like, right? And then he continues to say, sometimes I wish I never met you. Sometimes I feel like I wasted my time on you. Sometimes I wish I could tell you that I miss you. But most of the time, I'm like, fuck you. Right? Now you see what I mean. So it's like he was at that bargaining stage of like a breakup or a heartbreak where you're like, oh shit, depression, you go through depression, you go through what, and then now you're bargaining. You want them to come back, but you're also hesitant, but you know, like the heart wants what it wants type thing. Yeah, but and then sometimes you're like, man, I wish I never met this person because now they're making me feel things that I don't want to feel, right? They made you feel good. They were like a drug. That's why they say love is a drug. Now, without them, you're having a downer. You're having withdrawal symptoms. And withdrawal symptoms are not nice because you are getting them out of your system. Right? So that's what Flower Seedz basically is talking about. Because I wish I never met you. Like, I already saw a future with you. So now he wishes that he never met her or they never crossed paths. Because it's like whatever it is that is going on is messing up with his head, and it's also derailing his plans with the flower seeds that he has planted, because now he has to deal with heartbreak or this seed that has died now. You understand? So he's also contemplating that. And sometimes I wish I could tell you that I miss you. That is so real, dog. Like, this doesn't even need me to explain it, because sometimes you literally wish you could just tell the person like, I miss you, dog. Like, I miss you. Can we just kick it? Understand? Like, can I buy you ice cream or something? No, I'm joking. But yeah, man, you know, like, Loatinover here, and even with this verse, he's saying it as it is, bro. He's saying it as it is. Like, I wish you could come back. But I'm also like, you understand? So now he's headed towards the healing, but you understand? And then he's like, but most of the time I'm like, fuck you, right? So deuces, like chucking his deuces, like, nah, bruh, you put me through shit, you put me through hell, right? So it's like, Kwan, we don't need that, you understand? Yeah. Also, so And then I think it goes back into the chorus. Yeah. And then it goes back into the chorus, right? Like, she wanted flowers, but I only had seeds in my garden, right? She wanted flowers, but I only had seeds in my garden. And then it continues with the, I don't know if that's the hook or yeah, I think it's the hook or pre-chorus, right? Then he says, I don't have silver, I don't have gold. The only thing that I have is this love, that I can give you, but I guess that's not enough for you, right? So towards the end, or rather at the end of the song, then there comes in a clip, or yeah, I would say a clip of, it sounds like a conversation between guys, right? Where they actually talk about
from Winyani Bembe Untuhula. What tempte papa di chomidi na mela steps di chomidi nyara di chomidi reggae bona braya no tsena sa motho mona le no na video sa o ntsobolela lena shira hala my favorite music. It's like
where they talk about how this guy killed himself, or now he's going through like a dark depression or a dark time in his life because of his girl, right? Because of this girl, and how maybe he is going, oh dog, to the moon and back just for this girl, right? Where he's going to the moon and back just for this girl, and the girl doesn't seem to even appreciate that. Then they also mention something in the clip where they like, some girls, some of these things, like some of these flowers that they want, some of these things that they want are because of societal pressures, right? Societal pressures, or like seeing someone on the internet, all of those things, right? And sometimes seeing some of their peers, like say your friends, you can see that, oh damn, he's doing this for her, for your friend, right? He's doing this for her. Oh my god, like, you understand? Why can't my boyfriend do that for me? Like, he doesn't appreciate me enough. Don't, all of those things. And then they also mention things like dichomedia namela. You understand? Dichomedia namela, meaning that friends are progressing, friends are doing their thing. So somewhere, somewhat, she probably wants to prove to them that in as much as you guys are going up the scale, I'm also elevating in life, right? If your boyfriend is treating you like this, mine is also doing the same thing. You understand? Maybe deep down, she wouldn't have minded to wait for Loatinover, to wait for his flower seeds to become flowers, right? For his flower seeds to become flowers. But now, because of everything that is going on around her, the noise, and maybe a lifestyle that she is also looking for herself, right? Like, because we can't only put it on society. Maybe she's someone who really wants flowers, or who's a materialistic being, right? Because from this song, what I'm receiving is that this person was a materialistic person, right? She wanted flowers, but I only had seeds in my garden. So she was not willing to wait it out type thing. Yeah, and then, yeah. So basically, that's it. That's basically it. That is our lyric breakdown from Flower Seedz by Loatinover Pounds. And thank you to the person who requested this. Thank you for your request. I really appreciate it. Keep them coming. Yeah. Yeah, man. But also, like, just to end it off, right? This was a short episode because Loatinover Pounds was literally just literal about everything, and it was straight up about everything. So I tried to extract as much as I can from this. But anyways, my take from this was, yeah, man, she wanted flowers, but I only had seeds in my garden. So it's a double entendre in a song that, in a sense, the song itself is a double entendre. Yes, so I would say the song in itself is a double entendre. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the lyric breakdown, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace and love.